You just have to oversee the entire deal. You got to make sure that both sides of the ball are operating properly. The group of guys are great. I mean, I love the way they come out. They practiced with good intensity today. They practiced hard. We got our work in, and now we're off. So I was pleased with the way they showed up today.
You feel like they responded to this shift well?
Yeah, I think they did. I mean, we didn't have any problem with intensity. We didn't have any problem with those guys doing their assignments and jobs the way they're supposed to do it. We talked about it. They came out today and they executed it, so I was pleased with that.
You talked to Jim yet?
No, I have not talked to Jim yet. But what I hear, he'll be in here Monday, so I'm sure we'll talk.
I assume you mean you'd like to probably remain here?
Well, yeah, we'll talk, and we'll go from there. So when he comes in town, I'm sure we'll sit down and have a conversation, and then we'll see what happens, and we'll go from there.
You have interest?
Well, I mean, I love LA. You know, LA is a place that I grew up in. It's a place that I've always called home, and I like it here. So,
do you feel that this might be a good fit? That he's a defensive guy. You have much more experience in recruiting. I mean, that it might.
Yeah, I mean, I'm capable of doing the job if asked to do it. I'm very comfortable with that. I'm comfortable with Jim. I know who he is. I know what he expects. I know the type of mentality he's going to bring. I've worked with him for 2 years. So it's something that we'll talk about on Monday and go from there.
Like, how will that past relationship impact, that decision to stay or leave?
No, I don't think any past relationship has any bearings on what we do here going forward. He has to put together a staff that is that he sees fit, and fill the holes that he has from the people that he's going to bring in. And however that works, it works. If I fit, then I fit, and then we'll go from there. But he has to make those decisions based on on the needs that he has to put his staff together. So we'll go from there.
Are you going for more of a camp feel with practice these couple weeks?
Yeah, we're going back to the basics. We're going back to, especially the first week. We're going back to the fundamentals and the technique of what we do, and making sure that we are doing those things properly. Sometimes during the season you get away from those things, but I want to make sure that we are practicing at the tempo that we're supposed to play at, and doing the things right, making sure that we're doing the right things on defense, making sure that offensively in front we're doing the right things protection-wise. So we are going back to somewhat of a training camp or a spring ball type atmosphere.
Back to basics, BTB?
BTB. It's new BTB. New BTB. But, yeah, we're going back to the basics. We're going back, especially the first week.
Hilliard, Mascarenas, Westgate, do you expect to get any of those guys back for the game?
Well, I hear a couple of those guys have a chance to make it back, and then we'll go from there. But that's something that the medical staff has to determine. And then whoever we have out here are the ones that are going to play and the ones we're going to go to the game with on the 31st. But from what I'm understanding right now, a couple of those guys have a chance. There's no guarantees, but they have a chance to come back and play.
Like, with school out now, have you heard from any players who are thinking about leaving?
No, I haven't talked about any of that. We're going to go to the 31st, and we're going to finish this thing off the right way. We're going to come out and be pros as coaches, and we're going to be student athletes for UCLA as players. And we're going to do our jobs until the last second of that game on the 31st, and then we'll go from there. And whatever happens and wherever guys decide to do and go, I mean, I'm sure it'll happen. It's just part of the business. Thanks, guys.